Understanding attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Did you know that ADHD is one of the most common neurodevelopmental disorders? Findings suggest that around 5% of children worldwide have it. Hi everyone, I'm Melissa Hummelt, LPCC, a therapist at BetterHelp, and today we're talking about ADHD. Now imagine 3 people with ADHD. One has trouble concentrating, organizing, and focusing while others are talking. Another tends to fidget, behave impulsively, and interrupt others during conversation. The last person has features of both. That's because there are different subtypes of ADHD. So let's explore ADHD, its features, symptoms, and ways of addressing it. While living with ADHD can be challenging, there are many successful ways to manage it. But first, what is ADHD? The subtypes of ADHD. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD for short, is a common neurodevelopmental disorder. A person with ADHD may have trouble focusing and difficulty organizing. Impulsivity and hyperactivity are also features of ADHD. But when we speak of ADHD, we're actually talking about the different presentations of the condition. Often, the symptoms a person experiences depend on the 3 different subtypes of ADHD. These subtypes of ADHD are predominantly inattentive, ADHD-I, predominantly hyperactive impulsive, ADHD-H, combined type, ADHD-C. A person with predominantly inattentive or ADHD-I usually has trouble organizing, concentrating, and focusing during conversations. Someone with predominantly hyperactive impulsive or ADHD-H may fidget, behave impulsively, and interrupt others during conversations. A person with combined type ADHD-C may experience both inattentive and hyperactive impulsive symptoms. While some symptoms of ADHD can diminish over time, others may persist. However, many ADHD symptoms may continue into adulthood, such as forgetfulness and challenges staying focused. Without needed support, these symptoms could affect all aspects of a person's life. You may wonder, do I have ADHD, or does my child have it? What are the symptoms of ADHD? The DSM-5 outlines the criteria that must be fulfilled for an ADHD diagnosis. These symptoms must impair the ability to function in school, work, or relationships properly. Symptoms must also have been present before the age of 12. In addition, the DSM-5 characterizes symptoms according to the 3 different subtypes we mentioned: predominantly inattentive, predominantly hyperactive impulsive, and the combined type. Adolescents 16 and younger must exhibit at least 6 symptoms for all 3 subtypes, and those over 17 must have at least 5 symptoms. So, what are these symptoms? Predominantly inattentive. The symptoms in this category mainly affect attention and memory. In the past, ADHD was known as attention deficit disorder, or ADD, which mainly focused on inattentive symptoms. These symptoms include lack of attention to detail, trouble staying focused on tasks, distractibility during conversations, difficulty following instructions and finishing projects, difficulty organizing time and physical space, challenges concentrating for long periods, frequently losing or misplacing things, or getting easily distracted by stimuli or thoughts. Those with predominantly inattentive ADHD can also experience hyperactive and impulsive symptoms. Predominantly hyperactive impulsive. With the hyperactive impulsive type, at least 5 or 6 symptoms must be present, depending on the person's age. These symptoms include regularly fidgeting, trouble remaining seated in expected situations, running, climbing, or other restless behavior in inappropriate situations, difficulty being quiet during leisure activities, frequent restlessness with often high energy levels, talking excessively, trouble waiting one's turn, and intrusive behavior. Combined type. Finally, there's also the combined type. This means that rather than leaning toward one or the other subtype, a person displays a mix of characteristics and symptoms from both inattentive and hyperactive impulsive types. Have you been diagnosed with ADHD? What helps you manage it? Please share it with us in the comments. Also, feel free to subscribe to our channel. Looking at an ADHD diagnosis. One important factor to bear in mind is that it can be difficult to tell whether a child's behavior is neurotypical. Most people also exhibit some behaviors that appear to be symptoms of the condition. For instance, you probably know someone who seems to always forget their keys or wallet, or frequently interrupts others. ADHD can also mimic symptoms of some mental health conditions. With ADHD, however, symptoms may be distinguished by their severity and how they interfere with a person's functioning, so that experiencing a pattern of symptoms that gets in the way of work, school, and socializing might indicate ADHD. This is why seeking an evaluation from a healthcare professional is recommended. Depending on a person's age, an ADHD diagnosis is either made by a healthcare professional, such as a child psychologist or a primary care doctor. What causes ADHD? While experts are still looking into why ADHD develops in some people, there are several risk factors. Potential risk factors include genetic, social, and environmental contributors. For example, research has shown a link between maternal health and ADHD. Factors such as premature birth, substance use, and high stress levels during pregnancy may increase the likelihood of a child developing ADHD. As for genetics, the condition is thought to be passed down through blood relatives. According to findings reported in the National Institute of Health, the heritability of ADHD may be approximately 74%. Environmental factors can also play a role. For instance, prolonged exposure to toxicity, such as living in a building with lead-based paint, can be a factor. In addition, traumatic brain injury has also been linked to the development of ADHD. Finally, neurological variations have also been noted in people diagnosed with ADHD. Researchers believe that brain differences may lead to deficiencies in certain neurotransmitters, such as dopamine and noradrenaline. These neurotransmitters are associated with motivation, focus, and reward. ADHD may also manifest differently depending on a person's age, so let's take a look at these differences. What does ADHD look like in different age groups? Most people with ADHD experience symptoms during their first years of school. A teacher may notice a child has trouble sitting still, for instance. Inattentiveness may manifest as difficulty focusing and finishing tasks. When looking for possible signs of ADHD, caretakers may want to observe a child's interaction with others. These observations may help during the diagnostic process. Some possible indicators of ADHD in children may include a pattern of interrupting others, refusal to share games and objects, difficulty listening to instructions, behaving impulsively, and having challenges waiting their turn. In teens, ADHD symptoms may be similar, but developmental changes and added pressures may add unique concerns to those living with ADHD. One challenge may be difficulty regulating emotions, a challenge for many teens with or without ADHD. Symptoms may also become more noticeable and intrusive, which may lead to other concerns. It's not uncommon for teens with ADHD to experience mental health conditions such as anxiety or depression. In adults, ADHD may present similar features but impact a person's life in other ways. Some people are first diagnosed in adulthood. Symptoms of ADHD in adults may include frequently losing or misplacing things, relationship conflict related to interruptions or perceived disinterest, difficulty organizing one's space, difficulty focusing for long periods, and starting multiple projects but not finishing them. Unfortunately, some people misinterpret symptoms of ADHD as indicators of negative traits such as laziness. In many cases, these incorrect assumptions can affect a person's well-being and discourage them from seeking support. Possible challenges with one's career and relationships can also affect self-esteem, contributing to the development of mental health conditions. An early diagnosis can ensure that a person gets the support they deserve. If you have been experiencing the above symptoms, consider consulting a healthcare professional who can determine whether further screening is necessary. How is ADHD treated? While there's no cure for ADHD, symptoms can be successfully managed. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends behavior therapy for young children. This usually involves parent training and behavior management. For older children, behavior therapy and medication may be used. For adults, experts usually suggest a combination of medication and psychotherapy. Cognitive behavioral therapy, in particular, can help you develop healthy coping mechanisms and learn ways to navigate emotional challenges. In addition, healthy lifestyle choices can also improve symptoms. While ADHD can present many challenges, experts continue to learn about ADHD. With the right information and support, ADHD and other mental health challenges can be successfully managed. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more ADHD information and to learn about other mental health topics. And see you next time.